presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, doing great. Just wanted to thank you guys and the whole crew. Best content on the internet. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Phil, how did you find us?
I just typed in live trading in YouTube one morning.
Cool.
I was looking for any type of live trading room. You guys came up, and
awesome.
I know quality when I see it, or at least I like to think so. And I mean, you guys are just a dream. I appreciate everything you guys do.
Welcome to the Tiger family. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
My pleasure.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Be impeccable with your word. Become a white magician. This is a pretty cool card. All the magic you possess is based on your word. And you can cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone. Let's see. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone from your spell. This sounds like Pinky Blinders, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 269, NASDAQ off 192, S&P's off 39. Gold contract traded down 750, 18.19 an ounce. We get silver down 50 cents, trading at $20.92. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note down 15 ticks, 110.31. The 30-year off a full point plus 5 ticks at 123.30. And King Dollar's up 580 ticks at 105.178. The euro is at 105. The yen is at 136, and the British pound is at 119 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. When I was doing the update, was going after the spike. I suspect it failed the spike. So it was about 3,000 contracts less. But it's going to be the next bar. Well, hold on. We're still on the next bar. You get 9 minutes. And let's see. So the number you're looking to close under would be, it's 3 points lower than we are right now. And you get a minute. You get, we're dealing with 44,000 contracts. The number you want to close under on a 10-minute is 3978. And right now you're at 3980. And it looks like, well, I get it by the minute. I'm not sure by the second. We'll see how this shakes out. That's in your S&P. We go into the NQs. We take a look at the NQs. Now, what happened with the NQs were just barely making it. So I suspect the NQs are going to give it up before the S&P. So if we take a look at the NQs, the first spike out here this morning, that had 15,000 contracts. The number we're dealing with is 12,018. And we went into that with 13,000, and we just did 12. 12's not bad, man. 12 and 13 is actually not bad going up to 15. But what we just did fail on the NQs. So let's go back to the E-minis again. So the NQs are a failure on price and volume. So those NQs will stop backing down right now. We take a look at the S&P hasn't backed down yet. Nope. And I think we're starting another one. Well, it's just ending right now. Gold contract out here. That's in a confirmed ABC structure down. It's been a slow grind, no doubt about that. But the bottom line is that, you got an ABC structure down. You took out the B point. We took it out with volume yesterday. You're following through out here today. Light volume, 157,000 contracts. I think we had 165 yesterday. 180. We had 180 yesterday. And with the B point was 165. Took it out. That's saying that will go on into the 1775 area. If you take a look at the GDX, you're going to see Now, our benchmark here on all of these is November 8th, and we're right at it. We're at the beginning of November 8th. The November 8th, folks, is where we broke topside. And, as I said last couple of days, when you have a run like we had an amazing run. I mean, we went from $22 up to 33, 34. What's that, 100%? 50%. Anyway, you're coming right back to ice. Now, to the strength. What also happens here, this is what's so cool, is the aspect, you're coming back with light volume. So what normally happens is this. You normally are not going to be able, it's not going to be this easy. I don't know where the twist and turn is going to come in, but right now we're coming into this with very light volume. I suspect it's going to go to the bottom of it, which is that 25.04. And, hey, we'll see how this baby shakes out, because the reality is that if it ever comes into that and rejects it with the amount of volume that we have right now, it's going to be about as sweet as you can get. Notes and bonds. So we take a look at the note and bond market, and, bottom line, our number was 110.22, and we hit 110.21 today. So, bottom line is that what you have out here, this note and bond market, we'll see how this is trading right now. I suspect, you could get a little bounce here next week. You can see the contraction? So this is the same type of strength you're coming into. The bottom of that bow is the 110.22. This is where the bond market had taken off on counter trend bounce. And you can see yesterday we did 3.9 million contracts yesterday. The day before, 4.1. The day before, and then today is only 2.1. So the 2.1, we haven't rejected price yet, though. That's the real bottom line. So, on a longer basis, these rates might take us, we're going a lot higher. Not a small amount higher, a lot higher. Why? Because guess what? This whole fundamental deal about inflation's going away absolutely blows my mind. I can understand folks that are in the business of running money saying, hey, it's going to come down, it's going to come down. Buy the dip, buy, because they make money on that deal. What I can't understand is that anyone that has seen inflation before thinking that in a year everything's going to change. It's like, things will change, folks, in 4 or 5 years. Yeah, it's that far out. We take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here today. You have Tesla's down $5.50. We got Square, Block up at $3.50. Amazon's off $2.50. We have Beyond Meat up $1.50. Good luck with that. That's amazing, actually. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX. We have Intuit's up 1.7%. Delta's up 1.5%. Mercado Libre's up 1.1, taken away from it. Autodesk is down 12.5%. Adobe's down 6.5%. Moderna's down 5.5%. And Rivian is off 4.5%. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials right now down 294. NASDAQ off 198. S&P's off 42. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kakestat's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kakestat breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network at CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Best of Hewley, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading down 287, Nasdaq's up 198. S&Ps are off 41, and we've had a down week all week.
Down week, yeah. You know, it's interesting you say that because, you know, I'm looking at what's going on in the market.
Yes.
Real estate. It's been a really hot week here.
Right.
Yeah, things
Right.
are just going under contract nonstop.
Right.
Even though
And-
the interest rates are up a little bit.
Right. And we
Yeah.
are in season. I mean, that's right.
Yeah, that's the season.
So what happens down here, folks, is that if this would be a normal year, meaning when I mean normal if the rates were slower, this is like our heyday, right
Yeah.
up until Easter. You know?
Right up until Easter. Yeah, then right after Mother's Day, that's when it just...
Right.
huge
And
dip.
it accelerates pretty quickly, like right now, which is amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems like February, March,
Right.
you know, highest
Right.
numbers. And, you
Right.
know, just driving down here, you're seeing all the people that are here. You know, there's a lot more than we've used to see, right?
Huge. Yeah, huge.
I mean, before, on a Friday or Saturday night, if you could see the amount of people that are here on like on a Tuesday or Wednesday night, would have been good, right?
Yeah.
But now you see it almost every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's every day.
It's amazing.
So what you have, and what happens here, folks, St. Peter's is a small place. I mean, that's well, maybe it's not that small. It's, you know, 280,000 people. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
then the surrounding areas. And,
right. Oh, the
yeah.
surrounding areas. Now you're talking
So
some
you're
people.
looking big,
Right.
yeah. So it's funny, I get a call the other day from a sales rep in Massachusetts somewhere.
Okay.
And she was just trying to do some business. She's like, hey, if you have any people that are coming up here, you know, you give me a call, I'll take care of them.
Right.
I was like, listen, you know, I wish I did, but I was like, everybody's usually trying to move here.
Yeah,
You know, we
yeah.
don't know anybody that's trying to move away from Florida right
You're
now.
not going to be moving from here to Boston. Yeah. I remember when I first came down here, folks, it's like between the taxes right off the bat, the taxes you understand right off the bat, and at that particular point, now this is a long time ago, I've been down here 24 years or something, and then the drinks, like, were so much less expensive.
Yeah.
Now, they're not anymore. I suspect they're just as expensive as Boston because they've accelerated, you know.
Down here, yeah.
Yeah, right,
It's been
right,
insane.
right.
I mean, it feels like one of the richest cities in the world.
Yeah,
even though it's not.
you don't come down here to save money, right? No, that whole thing is gone. Like me and one of my best friends, we used to hang down here all the time, man. I mean,
Yeah.
because you know you can get a room. I think Yeah, at the so pitch. I think this is still over there too. The Jolly Roger. It's the only one that hasn't sold out yet. We used to get rooms at the Jolly Roger in Fort Lauderdale for $19 a night.
Wow.
19.
Wow.
And that's when I'm showing my age here a little, because you've never seen this, but what used to happen in all of Florida, right?
Yeah.
The big deal was very expensive, and then all-you-can-eat buffets.
Oh, okay.
That was the biggest deal, and the guy, that friend was always with, if you liked what happened, and that included, okay, like snow crabs.
Oh.
And I didn't, I love crabs now, but I didn't eat them then.
Yeah.
So that was a total mind blow. I mean, he'd say, okay, come on, we gotta go, we gotta get off the beach, because it was a certain amount, man.
Certain times,
yeah.
huh? Yeah. But you know what's crazy too is even though everything is more expensive, the service has gone way down, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's hard to find.
I don't think the service is any good in Florida anyway, really.
Well, I remember it was just a little bit better.
Right.
Now it seems like it's kind of falling off a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And when Besson says it's falling off, this gets interesting, folks, in the service business in general, right? He has this place that, like taking care of customers, it's an Italian bodega, right?
Yeah.
That, but it's so intriguing, because you're talking about the service, basically had gone down, and you're talking about, you spent a huge amount of money there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that gets really intriguing, in itself, like, okay, why? Well, but what it is that help is still hard to get. And that's in the jobs number. So we got the PCE out today. So that's the price deflator, right? The bottom line, the prices aren't deflating, man. The prices aren't deflating.
So hard to find talent, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, there was an article yesterday. This is kind of, so when Besford just walked in here, folks, picture this, right? We have the second, third, and fourth floor actually here, which is kind of cool. And they're small spaces, but they're all look out to the water.
Yeah, yes.
So he just walks in. He says, "Hey, man, we just got a contract on 15th, right?"
Yeah.
So it's really intriguing, because 15th's only been up for a week, right?
No, this has been up for
3 weeks?
3-4 weeks
Okay,
now.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
The other one was for a day, right? 13th.
Right, right.
So
right.
It's under contract now.
No, it's under contract.
Yeah.
And, it's going to be interesting to see, are these people from here? Are they here?
Yeah, they live here. So
Good, okay.
They're looking around.
Okay.
But as we see these rent prices, right?
Right.
They're just so crazy high. And, people start looking around, and, here we are.
Right. Because what I was talking about yesterday, see, what the banks are pushing, let me see this, Rocket Mortgage. What the banks are pushing is, hey, don't worry, in a few more years, this is going to be, the rates are going to be lower. And so a couple articles yesterday about the aspect of, even Rocket Mortgage themselves. Rocket Mortgage themselves saying if you get a mortgage off me, they'll bring it down 1 point.
Really?
Yeah. Now, what the article didn't say, though, we know that they have a program on for 3 years, right? But you pay up for that. This article didn't say if you're paying up for 1 year.
I see.
But I thought that was pretty interesting. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay.
They're going to make you pay.
Well, the thing that's intriguing about this, folks, and that's the wrong word, actually. The thing that is a little BS about it is that's just a marketing deal, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, no one knows where the rates are going to be from 3 years from now.
No, yeah.
If we take a look at the 10-year today, you're going to see that, I want to see if it actually hit 4%. No, so it hit 3.953.
Okay.
And we're at 3.943 right now. I want to see something crazy. This is what's a really trip. Look at this. That's the 2-year, folks. The 2-year is at 4.8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now this is where this gets interesting. And Tommy was talking about this morning in a show, is that if you can make 4.8% for 2 years with a Treasury note, that's almost riskless. And we know there's nothing riskless, but that's just about as close as you can get.
Yeah.
Right?
Why buy anything else?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Particularly depending on where you are in the cycle. Do you know what I mean?
Well, because we see these, when you look into commercial real estate, right?
Right.
Most of these caps are still very low, right?
Right.
So you're looking at 4, 5, 6 caps, which is nothing with these interest rates, right?
No.
You're losing money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's about as heavy as you can get, man. I mean,
So we'll see where this goes, right? This market is
Totally.
It's kind of crazy.
Give us a call, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials right now down 256. You get the NASDAQ off 192. S&P's off 37. We'll come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 292, Nasdaq's off 210, S&P's are off 43. So let's get over and take a look at these E-minis. What had happened, Bestford, when I came down here, it was a, let me show you this. It was like a spike. The market went back up, tried to test the spike, which it did. And yeah, it was still above it. That's that number there. It's the 39. That one, well, actually below it. 39.78 is the number. So this is going to try. So in order to get any traction down, folks, it actually has to get under the 39.72. Well, this is this is a market you just blink.
Yeah.
As I said that, I mean, you can see it. Because if you got underneath that bar right there, then you'd have game, right to the bottom. You know? There's not a high volume low, but what the difference is, and this is something you have to remember, folks, is that what the difference is that when you've been in a down week anyway, right, and you're on a Friday, there's been, a lot of money lost, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple different things that end up happening. The first thing that happens is that because it's just a down week in general, that more than likely you're going to get a down close. The second part of it is that you get people, basically fed up, and then, we'll see where that whole aspect goes. But most times that what ends up happening is that because that we've been down so dramatically, you'll get more selling coming into the close.
Yeah, I mean, I see it's a down week, but overall, it's still pretty solid, huh?
Not really.
Because Dow last week was what, 33 something? Now it's 32.8.
Well, yeah, the Dow had an amazing counter trend bounce, man. I mean, look at this. The Dow, look at this. Oh, here's the October. The Dow went from 28,700 all the way up to 34,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it really did. I mean, the rest of the markets are much lower than this. So you can see the Dow is still pretty high, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just been steady.
Yeah, it hasn't. There it is. It hasn't basically croaked like the S&P, especially the NASDAQ. Let's go to Mike in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Hey, Mike, what's going on, brother?
Tommy, how you been?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing awesome today. The sun is out. Our snow is finally stopped, and it's 32 degrees. So it's
that's going to be awesome. You know, it's wild is that one of our workers here, it's so cool, folks. Her and her husband just made it out to Park City.
Yeah.
And they looked at the weather, and they hit it so right, it's insane. Because in the den, we get a couple people from Park City, Peter in particular, and they got some great snow, man.
Yeah. That's always great.
Right. So you're looking for an entry point into the actual WEAT. Oh, I brought up the wheat contract. Oh, is this the ETF for it? Oh, 1 second. Let me look.
Yeah, the WEAT is the ETF.
Okay. So let's take a look at this. This is the Thinkorswim wheat ETF. The low for the year is 723. That's today. The high is 1275. Let me do this. I'm going to bring the contract up because this thing got totally smoked today. So let me bring the contract up first. So it's W. If I go W1, let me see if I can do a W1 and get a generic. Nope. I'm trying to get a generic. Okay, let me take. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay, good. I'm going to do the generic because what wheat did today is it blew away everything. So the real question is, where's it going to go here? Let's see. So what's got you intrigued with wheat when it's breaking all the lows?
I've just been kind of watching it for the last year since Russia invaded the Crimea.
Yeah.
And I thought, golly, this thing is going to go to the moon. And it never really did go to the moon. It went south.
Right.
And I was just...
I'm with you. Okay. So what I do now, you can see this chart I have up here, right? What I would do, you can see the next level, this would be, okay, so we're going to get this date first. And then, what's that, July of what? Can you see that? July of 2023? No,
2022 should be right.
Okay, it's July. Okay, so now I'm going to I'll go back to the ETF. Put this back. So you get a total breakdown. I would wait to this thing. I mean, you're at 720, 680 to 613. That's where it looks like it's going, man.
Okay.
And that lines up. When I just did this, I lined that up with the future of that bottoms. That's what I did. And the generic one. Because, see, this is a decisive break, man. I mean,
right.
It's definitely a decisive break. And when I want to show you something else here, too. I'll go back to generic again. 1 second. Let's see. W. There we go. Because I want to show you how this shakes out, because this is where you can see that wheat is still actually high. You see what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
wheat in 2007, it went to, $13.34 a bushel. It just tested that at $13.40 a bushel. But the lows are $3.67 a bushel. You can kind of see this clearer, right? You know what I'm saying? How it's going to be coming into some support lower, but that's what I'd wait for, man. You know?
Okay.
Because what has also happened is that the fertilizers have gone down dramatically. So what is just as you said, like it seemed to go the opposite way. Well, that's what's also happened inside of the fertilizer business, Mike, which is a mind blower. There's no doubt about that, because fertilizer, folks, Russia supplies so much fertilizer, it's insane. So it's like, okay, how does this work?
What's the big company that's here that went to the moon last year? I think they're all about fertilizer.
Oh, yeah, no. You had Mosaic. Mosaic could have been one of them, or Nutrient, MOS. Yeah, it might have been Mosaic or Nutrient. But that's right, because last year, what had happened is that, you can see this. This is just, it already had its run. It was at 79, now it's at 51. So, I just hang tight, man. And, there's dislocations in the marketplace right now. But I think more than anything what has happened is that there's plenty of wheat. It's just there's not plenty of wheat when you're going to Africa, unfortunately. And there's few food security issues now because of Russia, because that's where a lot of that grain was going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
China has it together. We have it together. And, China's not allowing exports because they have so many people. They got to feed so many people, man. So, cooking, brother.
Hey, Tom, can I ask you something else?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, you're the expert in the metals, but what's going on with platinum?
Let's take a look. Yeah, well, listen, man, I don't know if you get the gold report or not, but we ran it all the way up, and the market insights have been shot all the way down. So, this is just a big run, So,
Okay.
Platinum, I 829, that's going to be the next run. This all has to do with the dollar, man. I'm still really bullish, all of them, but these were good trades because the range was so large, you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 375, Nasdaq's up 230, S&P's down 52, and they're gonna run it, folks. Okay, that's how it goes, man. It's the big bad bear, and we're in it.
The bear, huh?
Yep. And look at this, folks. Look at this. Yeah, I brought up the E-mini. Look at this. Look at that bar. That bar, 52,000 contracts. That's how many contracts get thrown at the same time. So what happens is this, is that, these are monster players, man. And, you want to, just as same in the Tiger's Den, right? What ends up happening is that you want to sell it at the highest possible price that you can get it at, that you think it's going to go to, right?
Yeah.
And then, bottom line, the larger players, and as soon as they get it, then they're going to say, okay, man, I'm going to sell right into it, and we're going to see, if I can drive this down. Let's see, NQ. And it's not that, listen, there is just as large of players that are trying to get it higher.
Yeah.
The difference is that in a bear market, the trend is lower. So here it is right here. You can see it did the same thing. We popped a high with 12,000 contracts. We needed this with we needed 18. Now see, this is a cool one, folks. This is what I love. That was 33% less. I love it, and that's a good failure. 33% less. And then what you do is you say, okay, if I'm correct in the assessment, I should be able to get a bar with volume blowing out. And that's what you just got. So now what's happening? Now the bottom's a game. The bottom's a game right now because you're talking about 15 minutes left in the marketplace.
Well, yeah. So Snapple, is that still a public?
No. That's I don't think it is. That's Tom Lee, right? That's,
Tom Lee, yeah.
Yeah.
It was that story.
Oh, there it is. No, here it is right here. Yep, here it is. And this is a sad deal, folks. Oh no, it got acquired by someone. Yeah, OAT. Who's OAT? Nope, OAT got acquired too, maybe. 1 second. That's hilarious. Let's see. Oh, Quaker Oats. And look at this. So Quaker Oats bought Snapple. Pepsi bought Quaker Oats. See at the top? Acquired by Pepsi. Isn't that wild? And so the story is, there's no doubt, folks, that Tom Lee, who knows what happened, man, but, the bottom line, so sad. He commits suicide, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, that was crazy, right?
Yeah.
It looks like he was working too, but I saw that story. He was the first guy to do a leverage buyout?
Yeah, and he was, as I said, I never met him, but his office was right across from my office, well, within a block in Boston.
I see.
No, not Tom Lee. This is another Lee. You know this guy, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I also got about the wheat and all these stocks is, people just see some news.
Right.
They think it's going to go up, it goes up, and eventually just comes back to reality, right?
Yeah.
It just happens every time.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And then people just never learn their lessons, or?
What happens is that the people, most people don't. Most people don't.
Well, they're just trying to make that quick buck and get out.
You try at the beginning, everyone's searching at the beginning. That's what, what we're talking about, folks, at the beginning of a career of trading in general, right? Everyone's searching. I mean, listen, man, I remember so explicitly, the beginning of trading myself. And what happened is that, you're looking here, you're looking there, you're looking there. And so what I finally end up doing is I was lucky because we were actually day trading. And so what the difference was, and this is what does happen, folks, is this. When you hear these guys that have been making big money, right? What happens is that they normally have an edge. And the edge gets them to understand how the markets work. So when we started, we had an edge.
Yeah.
Now, the edge didn't last long, because this would end up happening. And I'm bringing you back now, folks, to 1992 to 1994. Because what happened is that this is the beginning of the So's Bandits. And before that, it would always be, you'd be looking at the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ would have a bid and an offer.
Yeah.
And the bid and offer then was a 16th, an eighth, and a quarter.
Okay.
So a lot of the equities, as soon as you got in, you'd either lose $62.50 or $125, okay? Because that was the edge. That was the market makers making it. And this is so crazy because this is how Bernie Madoff ended up losing all his money, because the So's Bandits basically put him out of business.
Yeah.
Okay? So what happened, and this is where the edge was, and this is where, if you were in it then, you got really lucky, because for a couple of years, you had a big edge. And what the big edge was, if you had an Instinet machine, and when you hear this, folks, you're going to crack up, because the reality is that if you had an Instinet machine, that's where all the big funds were.
Okay.
And so you'd have, the bid would be a quarter. So let's say it's $20.25 by $20 and either, 30, 35.20, let's say 25.50, right?
Yeah.
And then on Instinet, there'd be one right in the middle. So what you're doing is that you'd be hitting the Instinet button and then hitting the NASDAQ button. And that's simultaneously, that's how it worked, folks, okay? So that helped tremendously. Okay, so that's the first couple of years. I was like, oh my God, this would be great, right? You think that it's going to be great forever. Well, that went away. And then it's like, oh no, I really got to trade now. Different ball game. Different ball game.
Yeah, because you're just printing money there, huh?
Yeah. And then, then all of a sudden, then you're losing money, losing money, making money, losing money. So you need some kind of a system that you believe in. And there's a lot of good systems.
Yeah.
We used to do workshops with this guy named John Murphy, right? Great guy, great technician. And, this was at the World Trade Center in Boston, folks, and it was so cool the first time he gets up. And what does he do? He basically shows the 50-day moving average. And he says, listen, man, I can go through a million different things, but if you buy here at the 50 and, you're selling, you're going to make money.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt about that. And because in big trends, right, if you're a trend follower, you can make a huge amount of money.
I see.
And it's patience. A couple of the guys that own the Red Sox, the futures traders, they're all trend followers, man. Now, doesn't mean they make money on a choppy market. They could lose a lot of money, but I've seen it. I've seen it happen. A trend follower. I mean, my deal was price and volume and Fibonacci. So, and other traders have all different deals. Because it depends what you get comfortable with, because it's your bread.
Yeah.
Because you have to get comfortable and just be like a little freaking machine. You know what I mean? That, okay, this is gone, this is gone.
Just keep going, huh?
And the biggest thing, folks, is yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
Because those prices are right now.
Yeah.
It's like, here we go, Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials down 420, NASDAQ off 240, S&P's up 56. Come right back.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 396, Nasdaq's up 223, S&Ps are up 51. Let's go see what we have with volume out here. So on the NYSE, yeah, you're going to do about 900 million. And on the NASDAQ composite, we are at, the composite might come in short. We'll see. I mean, you know, right now the composite is only 3.8. But what we are going to have is that you're going to have a week that you have gone down 5 days in a row. And what has happened, folks, at the beginning of the week, I was showing you these ranges. Bottom line, the composite, and listen to this. We not only just got inside the range, it jumped the creek. So here's the creek, and when you jump the creek, the composite jumped the creek, we're going down to 10,200 on the NASDAQ. That's the next stop.
Wow.
And, you know, come inside there. You can see it. We've already done it inside of the S&Ps. So, you know, this might take a, you know, you can see the S&Ps, that got inside the range on Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday. The bottom of that range is that 3774. So if we look at the calendar, let's just look at the calendar, because we know we got window dressing coming up. And 24th. Yeah, but guess what? Monday, Tuesday, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a close call. Because window dressing actually probably starts like, it could start Monday. So that's going to be a close. So if you get that, it's a trader's market, man. So if you get a bounce with light volume, it's a field day because all you have to do is get by window dressing. So what window dressing is, let's see all the people that are working and they take money out for IRAs. Okay, it goes to work at the beginning of the month. That's it. So there's a lot of money that goes in the market, and that has to go in the market if the money managers want to get paid. They don't get paid on cash.
I see.
Yeah, but sometimes you have window breaking.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the market goes down even when it doesn't supposed to go down because it's supposed to be window dressing. Folks, have a great weekend, a safe week, and come back and visit Tommy Monday morning. Kicks us off. Don't forget about Larry's workshop. It's going to be a huge workshop. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.
Building